fun date the first time we seen each other, and then it was like, yo, like this is the anticipation is rising right now. Well, I need a date. I need a date. You know. And then once we got the date, that first date was crazy.
Right.
That first date was insane. So my thing is I don't think they wanted to paint you in that light as far as being desirable. I don't know why, but I don't know. I honestly think our connection on the show was the most genuine and definitely the longest connection of the whole show. So I don't understand people not believing in our connection. That's been the one for me. That's really been the one for me.
Woo! It's tricky out here. It's real tricky. Maureen, what you talking about? Tell them about the gun line, boss. What's that?
From life. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line.
Zadia said because it doesn't align with me being the villain.
And honestly,
you know what's so funny is like, and I talked to you about this during the process. I was like, what's their plan?
Right.
Like, what is production's plan? Because clearly we about to end this show together. So why would you go to such lengths to paint me as a villain when you see that I'm about to end this show? But I guess maybe it was because they were trying to have you pick someone else.
They were trying. They definitely were trying. It's some more shit.
Not the head scratch.
It's some more shit. Because what they don't show is me and Lee were already okay with us going separate ways after the house. We had a conversation. We were good with going separate ways.
Woo!
It's never been bad blood between me and Lee, even though I'm blocked on Twitter. Woo! Don't know why. But we were okay with going separate ways. We had a conversation. We were all good. Production is the one who was like, hey, can Lee meet your cousin? Because, you know, the story is not ended and we need a way to end this story. Okay, fine. And then, hey, we're going to put y'all,
hold on, thinking that the cousin was going to like her. That's what they thought. They think because I had conflict with these women that nobody else likes me. Like, they thought that your cousin was going to like her. Was not say like, because I know that he likes her, but would choose her for you.
Yeah.
And then that would have been like, well, see, your cousin did it.
Yeah. No, but my cousin knows me. So
well,
he's
there's that.
Yeah. So I mean, and honestly, people viewing the show will never know, like, oh, well, they made them go on this date, so they made Lee meet, you know, his cousin, and they made us go on the last date, and even on the batting date, we were having conversations that were like separate. We're like, oh yeah, it's okay, and they're like, wait, don't talk about that. We need you guys to show that there's still hope. And so one of the last scenes, as far as like, hey, I still have a connection, I still want to make a decision, that was them telling me like, oh, hey, don't end that conversation like that. Make it seem like y'all are still trying to choose each other and whatnot. But we had already been okay. I knew Lee was leaving. I think I text you or I text somebody. I was like, yo, Lee about to slide.
Not slide. I think it's so funny when you say that.
I knew she was gone. That was one of the only times I would say I acted on the show is when we got back in the men's lounge.
When you were
Tommy was like
really?
I knew she was gone. I knew she was leaving. Like, y'all think they really just gave us that news when we were at the men's lounge? I knew she was gone. Do you think Chris' comment would have smoothed out or better with just?
Do you think Chris' comment would have smoothed over better with Jessica had he just said he was the one that had said combative with her and not called combative verbatim.
It would have showed a lot more about his character. I would say that. I don't know how the situation would have gone from there, but I think character-wise, it would have showed a lot for him to, especially in that moment when we were sitting there and we were trying to figure it out. Because honestly, I didn't remember. So if he would have came and said, "Nah, that was I said that. I remember saying that. You know, I apologize." That would have been very commendable.
I think, again, the cast is like people ain't honest, and I think, however we experience one another is fair. Like, you get to, however you feel after you have an interaction with me, that's your experience. For me, the issue was we asked you and you said no, that you didn't say that. The question on the table is, why did you just not say, yeah, I feel like you're combative. That's how I experience you. Oh, well, like, it's fine. Because I was called a bitch in front of the entire cast, and that was okay.
But they focused on you saying.
But they focused on me saying something off camera, out of scene. I'm like, literally, I'm like, do y'all just fast forward to my parts? I mean, I fast forward to my parts too when I watch it because everybody else is boring. But I'm like, this girl called me a bitch in front of the entire cast. I say ugly bitches. Don't get mad because I put an adjective in front of mine. But I say it to you, and I'm not even calling them that. I'm just like using it as a term. Like, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, my issue was, and it wasn't even my issue because I am so tired of taking up for motherfuckers who don't take up for me. So my issue was, like, if you said it, stand on that shit and tell her why you said it, because you get to feel that way. If that is how you feel, and if that is how you experience that person, then everybody is entitled to their experience.
Right.
But don't lie and say, and basically try to say, because by him lying, he was basically saying that one of y'all said it.
Yeah.
Basically, which is unfair. Yeah. So if you said it, stand on that shit. I felt like he could have been like, yo, I felt like that. Can we have a conversation? Because we really haven't had a proper ending to our situation.
Thanks.
And like, just have an adult conversation. Instead, it was this ridiculous back and forth and all of that. So I think he should have been like, yeah, I said it. That's how I experienced you, and moved on. But he didn't, for whatever reason. And I get it. Like, that was an intense moment where, you know, he had to say it in front of everybody. Brittany! So there's that.
And I don't know how he feels now. I think somebody said he apologized, you know, on the live or whatever like that, or I don't know if he and Jessica ever spoke about it, but
I don't care about them.
Anyway. That's a character building moment. Hopefully, you know, he has